All right, good evening, everyone. We're going to get started in just a moment. I'm going to give everybody a chance to log in. April, I am replying to your comment right now. I want to see, you should have in your confirmation that you signed up a phone number to call in. I think the number I have is for the organizer to log in. But if you happen to have your, I'll give you a phone number and see if that works. But you'll need to make sure that your line is muted when you log in. Let's see, and I think access code. I'm not sure if this is a participant access code or an organizer access code, so you'll have to try it. All righty, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. My name is Trish Hemingway. I'm the Director of Product Programs for Girl Scouts of West Central Florida. We also have on the line Esther Rivera, who's going to be helping me answer questions this evening. Tonight, we are going to cover how to give girls credit for cookies and payments. We're going to briefly go over girl delivery and where to find the information. This was a cookie chat we did last week, but I'm going to briefly cover it today because we've gotten a lot of phone calls and emails about it. And then we're going to talk to you a little bit about how to do troop-to-troop transfers when you're transferring cookies from your troop to another troop. Okay, so the first thing I want to cover is girl delivery. We did cover this I think it was last week's cookie chat. I do want to show you where on the Girl Scouts of West Central Florida YouTube channel you can locate all the cookie chats and all of the videos that we have. So, and there's actually a few places. I'm going to show you the YouTube channel. I'm also going to show you the eBuddy Help Center. So first, let's show you where you can locate the recordings of the cookie chats. You can go back and review anything you would like to review. So if you go to youtube.com and you search for Girl Scouts of West Central Florida, and then you click on where it says Girl Scouts West Central Florida, what happens is our page pops up. And we have a YouTube page. It's great. If you click on the videos section, you'll see all of the videos that we have. So there's one here that's called Cookie Chat, Digital Cookie and Girl Delivery. It says it's 28 minutes long, but that includes all of the questions that were asked. So you can go ahead and go back and review the first 10 or 15 minutes of that cookie chat, in which we'll go over in detail how to see your girl delivery and eBuddy and how to give them credit in terms of what are you going to see. I'm going to briefly cover it in about 60 seconds, but I suggest that you go back, and if you're having questions about girl delivery and how do you see what's showing in eBuddy and what's not showing in eBuddy, I'm going to suggest that you go back and watch this cookie chat video on digital cookie and girl delivery. You can also access those in the eBuddy Help Center. If you log into eBuddy and you click the Help Center tab, you can do the down arrow next to where from our council. You can go to cookie chat webinars. Jessica's been uploading those there. You can also click on video resources, and it shows all the videos that we have on our website, plus the cookie chat on girl delivery. And there's also a great new video that we're going to post out next week in our weekly email that goes out through eBuddy, all about cookie booth etiquette. Okay, so I'm going to go over quickly how you see which girls in your troop have girl delivery orders after the initial order, right? Because we all know that the initial order girl delivery cookies went into your initial cookie order. So I want to show you how to see a girl who has girl delivery orders after that initial order period. So I'm going to go into a troop here in Beautiful Butterflies. I know a girl has girl delivery orders. So I'm going to go into my girl order tab, and I'm going to scroll to Stephanie because I know Stephanie has girl delivery orders. And here you see everything that Stephanie has currently given credit for, okay? So you'll see this initial order where it says locked. Everything above that line is in her initial order, and everything below that line is not. And how do I know that, right? I'm going to show you how you know that. So in the upper right-hand corner, there's this drop-down list that says all orders, IO recap, and girl delivery. I'm going to click on girl delivery. Then it's going to show me all of her girl delivery orders. Okay. I can easily take anything that was in the initial order off of the screen by unchecking the box that says show IO. Everything left is a girl delivery order that she has had since the initial order ended. These cookies I have to physically give her credit for in the girl order tab. So I can go back so I can see she's got 9 boxes total. This is where I would then go in and give her credit for those 9 boxes. And I can see here on the girl order tab that she doesn't have credit for these cookies, but she does have credit. If you see in the balance due and the paid, you see that she's got credit for those cookies for the dollars, but not the actual cookies. Okay. That's what I'm going to cover with you this evening on girl delivery and eBuddy and digital cookie. Again, check out that webinar, that cookie chat video that's on the YouTube channel or in the eBuddy Help Center for more information on that. So let's go ahead and get moving on with how do I give a girl credit for cookies. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my demo site because I don't want to do this into a live site, right? So I'm going to go ahead and find a troop that has some girls that might like me today. Earlier I had a problem with these things not liking me. Oh, we found one. That's great. Okay, so I'm in my troop. I clicked on the girl order tab and it's showing me all of the girls in my troop. So now I have my receipts, right? So everything you do with a parent has a receipt attached. A girl who picks up cookies, a parent signs out cookies, that's a receipt. A parent who gives you money, that's another receipt. I'm also going to suggest that you give a receipt for her initial order and then a receipt for additional cookies that are needed that's not included in her initial order. Okay, that's my suggestion. If you've already given out your cookies and you haven't done that, that's okay. But I'm going to suggest that if you can give them out in 2 separate receipts, this is easier to track. So now I'm Gigi here. We need to give her credit for cookies because her parents have picked up cookies from us, and I have my receipt in front of me. So I'm going to click on her name, and I'm going to click Add Transaction. Now down the bottom of the screen, you see the green bar that comes up. I'm going to click in the first bar, and I'm going to put the date. So let's say it was today, and I'm going to put first cookie pickup. You can name this anything you want. You can number your receipts in your receipt book if you want. That's perfectly fine. You do whatever way you want. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to give her credit for the cookies that she has picked up. And I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click my best friend button, which I'm going to call my best friend button is the save button. Always save. If you don't save, it will kick everything you do out. So that's how I give a girl credit. I click in her name in the girl order tab, and I can switch to the next girl. So we can switch to Lola. We're going to give Lola credit for cookies that her parent picked up and signed for today. I'm going to click OK and my best friend save button. Now, Lola's parents have given me payment, right? So how am I going to give her credit for a payment? Well, under her name, right? I'm under Lola. I'm going to click Add Payment. I'm going to put the date that I took that payment and gave that parent a receipt. Then I'm going to tab over or click over to the box, the green box where it says paid, and I'm going to put in how much money the parent has given me. I'm going to click OK and save. Now, those of you who are using Clover and you have assigned your girls users in Clover so they can take payments as they're going door to door. Remember, during that training, I said you can pull reports based on dates, weeks, whatever it is you're going to do for your girls. I would suggest if you're using Clover and you want to give girls credit for the payments that they have done, I would click Add Payment and I would put the date, Clover payment. And then I would put in the amount that I'm giving her credit for that particular period. You can do that daily. You could do it weekly. You could do it monthly. That's your choice, okay? But you always want to make sure you click your best friend save button. Okay, so that's how we give credit to girls for cookies and how we give credit for payment, okay? Now let's talk about, you're going to transfer cookies from troop to troop. Now we'll cover this again when we do our cookie chat on the cookie exchange, and that's coming up in a couple of weeks. But let's talk about how do we do a transaction from troop to troop, right? Because some troops already know how to transfer, right? So you have an extra case of Thin Mints that another troop needs. So instead of going to one of the cookie cupboards, I'm going to pass this case of Thin Mints on to this troop who's really short right now, and they're going to go back to the cookie cupboard tomorrow to get more, but they need them for today. So I'm nice enough to give them one of my cases of Thin Mints, or maybe I have an extra case that I don't need anymore, right? If you are transferring from your troop into another troop, you are going to make this transaction in eBuddy. If you are taking cookies from your troop and giving them to another troop, you do the transaction because you want to make sure they come off of the amount of cookies that you owe to the council and will go on to that other troop's amount that they owe. So in eBuddy, I'm going to click the Transactions tab. Same place where you place your additional cookie orders with our cupboards, right? Transactions tab. I'm going to click the Add Transaction button. So if you've placed an order to one of our cookie cupboards, the screen should look familiar. What I'm going to do is next to the second party where it says cupboard, I'm going to do the drop down and I'm going to click troop. I'm going to enter the 5-digit troop number that I'm going to transfer to. So let's see if this will let me do it. Okay. You put in the 5-digit troop number. Up here, you pick the date, whatever date you do the transfer. Say I did it today. The time doesn't matter. The receipt number doesn't matter. You can leave it as is, you can change it, that doesn't matter. And then I'm going to put in, I gave this troop one case of Thin Mints, so I'm going to put in, one under the cases. I can also transfer in packages. So let's say they needed 3 packages of toffees, and I had them. So I'm going to put 3 under packages. I'm going to make sure that the product movement says remove, not add, because remember, I'm removing them from my troop and adding them into this other troop. I'm going to click OK, and then my best friend save button. What that does here is it sees it takes 15 boxes of cookies off of my troop total. And if I click over to this other troop, I'm going to show you where it shows that it added to this other troop. So they're no longer under my troop, they're now under this troop. Now, when I'm in this other troop, the other troop cannot edit that transaction. Okay, so if you transfer cookies into another troop and you make a mistake, you can edit it, they cannot. Okay, it's the person who makes the transaction for troop to troop transfers that needs to make the edit. Okay, Esther, what questions do we have about giving girls credit, taking payments,
Yes.
transfers? What do we got?
Okay, so Molly asked, we only have to give them credit for the cookies from their order card, right? All online orders are already tracked.
So not all digital cookie orders are tracked in eBuddy, right? So anything that happened before the initial order is tracked. But her girl, so I'm going to go back to my live site and I'm going to talk about, oh, see, look, so they've given Stephanie more credit for cookies here on the 2nd. So what you're seeing here on the screen is these DLVR. You notice that there's no cookies here that she has credit for these last 4 orders, but she does have credit for money. So you have to give her credit for these cookies. Now, in this particular troop, these girl delivery cookies that she has here went in under this receipt right here that they gave her cookies on the 2nd. So all of those girl delivery cookies here went in under this item, under this add-on here where it says add-on 22. We don't have to make 2 separate entries, but you will have to make an entry. Now I want to switch to another girl in this troop that I know has gotten some other orders I want you to see. So here on the screen, I switched to Mackenzie. So you're going to see here that Mackenzie has 2 girl delivery orders and 1 donated order. So the difference between the girl delivery orders and the donated order is this one that says DON means donated. I don't have to give her credit for anything because it already shows 4 boxes and $20. But these 2 that are the girl delivery, the DLVR, I'm going to have to make sure her parents pick up cookies to accommodate these. It looks like it's 4 boxes of cookies because it's $15 and then $6. So if I switch to my girl delivery tab in my girl, I'll see that her first one for the $15 is a box of Do-si-dos, a box of Samoas, and a box of Thin Mints, and then she had the 1 box of s'mores for that $6 transaction. Now, if you're interested in knowing what dates these happened, you can click on reports, and you can pull this report called DOC order by girl, click filter, change it to packages, and then click the XLSX button. That is going to bring it up in an Excel document. And then what this report is going to show me is the girls' names, the order numbers, whether it was delivered, donated, or shipped, whatever it is, and the date. Okay, so it's going to show me the date that order happened, how many cookies it was, the flavors, the dollar amount, so I can try to match that up against eBuddy.
Okay. So Mary Ellen asks, do we need to give credit to a girl for GOC if it was done on digital cookie after the initial order?
No. All gift of caring cookies that were done on digital cookie will automatically update in the girls' eBuddy, right? So I just showed you that one here on Mackenzie, right? So we had the donated one that came in after the initial order. It's automatically going to give her credit for the boxes and the dollars.
Okay. So Jennifer asked, I just went out. Give me a minute. I got another. Could you do a girl order credit with an SIO that's been filled out? I gave girls that have sold more than their SIO because I ordered a buffer.
So you want me to show you a girl with an SIO order and then how to, okay, yes, so I understand what you're saying. So actually, if you look here, I'm going to go back to Stephanie. Stephanie has an initial order filled out. So if you see here on the screen, Stephanie has an initial order for 6 boxes, right? And then we added on an order for Stephanie. So she had more girl deliveries, and then we did an add-on for her with the date and the number of boxes her parent has checked out since that initial order went in. So that is that same, I think that you're asking. You can see her initial order here for 6 boxes. Then you can see where this troop has given Stephanie credit for 75 more boxes to fulfill the orders that she needs.
Okay, so Christina asks, is there a way to make an eBuddy when a girl delivery has been given credit so you don't miss anything or duplicate?
Unfortunately, no, we do not have that option at this moment. It is something that if you would like to see, you can request from Little Brown, we can add for next year, but I don't have that option at the moment. But if you'd like to take that Excel spreadsheet that I showed you and you want to create a column and track that yourself, I know someone else is doing, I know that's an extra step, but that's an option where you could put highlighted if it's been given out or whatever that is. That's completely up to you. I know that's an extra step, but we are going to ask for additional resources in eBuddy for next year, like that checkbox you're asking for. Many councils are asking for that. So we're hoping next year that the programmers for Little Brownie Bakers can add it for us.
Okay, so Jessica asked, are online orders that are shipped out, not delivery, that came in after SIO, are they tracked in eBuddy, or do we have to give them credit for those too?
You do not have to give credit for any shipped cookie. Those will automatically show in the girls order. Let me see if I can find a girl. I don't know if a girl in this particular troop has shipped cookies, but let's see real quick if we have a girl in this particular troop with shipped cookies. Looks like it's all girl delivery. Rose, nope, let's see. Let's see, maybe this particular troop might have a girl with shipped cookies. Let's see if Brianna has some shipped cookies. Yes, so you can see here that under this particular young lady, she has a shipped order that has come in after the initial order. So you see that she's already gotten credit for those shipped cookies. She'll get credit for the boxes and the dollars. So donated and shipped, you don't have to do anything with. And if it says ship with a B next to it, that's a gift box. You don't have to do anything for that either. She already has credit for the cookies and for the payment. You don't have to give her cookies for those. They've been shipped directly to the customer.
Okay. So Anne asks, for GOC on paper order form, how do you handle those? Do we give those boxes to be delivered?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked it because I should have went over it earlier, so I'll apologize. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my little troop here, and I'm going to show you how you give credit for gift to caring cookies. So Susie has sold some gift to caring cookies. So we're going to put the date, right? So she's going to tell us that she sold gift to caring cookies. Now, we have two different levels of gift to caring. We have the council level gift to caring, and we have the troop's hometown hero. And in eBuddy, you can give credit for one or both. So we're going to give credit for Susie here, and she has 5 boxes that are going to go to the council gift of caring, which is the troop for the military members and for Feeding Tampa Bay. And then we're going to put in everything else her parent has picked up. Plus, she has a customer who would like to give 5 boxes to Hometown Heroes. I can put that there in Hometown Hero column. I can click OK and save. Well, it's going to yell at me because I don't have enough packages of cookies in the troop for this. So that's also going to happen if you don't have enough cookies in the troop. So let's see. Take those out. See if it'll let me do this. No, this troop doesn't like me. Okay, let's see. 15 boxes. That's what we can give. Okay. So I apologize. So we're going to do 2, 5, but I think you guys get the premise. You can put them under gift of caring, or you can put them under Hometown Heroes. If you put them under gift of caring, that's going to add a box of cookies. This thing isn't liking me today. I apologize. So this thing is just hating me today. So you can put them under gift of caring. You can put them under Hometown Heroes, whatever one. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you have those cookies sold for. If you put them under gift of caring, it's going to add the cookies to your troop. But if you put them under Hometown Heroes, it's going to come out of your troop inventory. So it's not going to add additional cookies that you have to pay for because you already have them in your troop inventory. So you won't be charged extra for those. And hopefully that makes sense.
Okay. So Anna, how do you handle those who we give those boxes to be delivered?
So for the council level gift of caring, you don't do anything. The council takes care of all of those. If it's the troop hometown hero, then the troops will deliver those to whoever their hometown hero is that your troop has chosen.
Okay. So Ida asks, am I correct that the pantry orders tomorrow? Pick up cookies tomorrow from the pantry, or do I need to place a request first? I forgot what those instructions were again.
Okay, so if you need more cookies for your troop, you must place what they call a pending order. That's what we call it, a pending order. You have to order them ahead of time. Depending on the location you're going to is going to depend on when you need to place your order. So if you go to the eBuddy Help Center, you can see, let me get to the eBuddy Help Center. Let me move this out of the way so I can see what I'm doing in the eBuddy Help Center. Okay, you're going to choose where it says cookie cupboard locations and transactions. Now, this went out through eBuddy last Wednesday, and I think it went out yesterday as well, but you can also find it in the eBuddy Help Center under covered locations and transactions. Tells you how to do it. And if you click on this PDF document, it's actually going to pull up the list of our cookie cupboards, their date, time, locations that they're open. Now, if you're choosing a floating cupboard, and we have lots of floating cupboards, you must order them by noon the day before. If you're at one of our 5 main locations, so Blocker, Lakeland, Hills, First Class Moving, or Feeding Tampa Bay, you can order those 1 hour before you show up, but you must place your order ahead of time. If you show up and don't have your order in, they're going to tell you to go to your car and place your order before they help you. Okay? They cannot help you if you don't have an order in.
Okay, so Christina asked, if girls had checked out extra boxes for doing door-to-door and they filled online orders from their inventory, how do you keep track of what she has received credit for?
So anytime you give a receipt to a parent, you put it in eBuddy. So if a girl and parent signs for cookies, you're going to put a transaction in eBuddy. That's your best way to track it. Every receipt should match your eBuddy transactions for a girl. If they pick up more cookies, you have them sign a new receipt. You put that transaction in eBuddy to match that receipt the parent signed. That is the only that is the best way that I'm going to tell you to track how many cookies each girl has, is your receipt to match your eBuddy transactions.
Okay,
And
so
if you're not, and if you're not quite sure on that, reach out to your service unit cookie manager or an experienced troop in your service unit. They probably have some practices that will help you. So, and if you're not sure who your service unit cookie manager is, click on your dashboard, and I believe it will show you there who your service unit cookie person is. Okay. And if it doesn't, let me know, and we will find it for you. We will tell you who that is.
okay, so Sarah asked, if girls are using their inventory of cookies on the spot cookies to fulfill online girl delivery orders after initial order, I do not have to give credit for those orders, right?
Okay, so if they're using the inventory that you gave them in their, okay, so if they're using their inventory of cookies for on spot to fulfill online girl delivery, then no, you don't have to give them credit because you already gave them credit that matched their receipt, right? We just talked about every receipt matches a transaction. If the parent comes and picks up more cookies from you, then you put a new transaction in the system to, and then you're talking about payment. So that's correct. So if a girl has payments online through digital cookie, they're automatically going to deduct from the amount due. Okay, so that's automatic. So that's why one of the things I tell people is on your receipts, the cookies, don't worry about how much money those cookies are worth. You want to make sure what you see in eBuddy for the balance due is correct at the end, because any online digital cookie orders are going to come off the amount that's due.
Okay.
May have answered the rest of your question.
Probably, yeah. Ida asked, also from the initial order, there were donated cookies after I picked up the initial order and distributed cookies from there. I realized that I accidentally gave away the donated cookies to be sold. How can I correct this?
So if you're talking hometown hero cookies, you need to pick up more cookies from a cookie cupboard. You can't accidentally give away council gift of caring cookies because you don't have them. But if you're talking hometown heroes and you don't have them because the girl sold them all, go get more from the cookie cupboard to give out. Okay, you have to pick up more from the cookie cupboard to account for those.
Okay, we're good on questions right now.
Okay, so if you have any additional questions, go ahead and get them typed in. Again, refer back to those videos we have posted through eBuddy Help Center, the Girl Scout YouTube channel, our council website. We have lots of video resources out there for you. Refer to those. Please read the emails that we send through eBuddy weekly. They contain lots of great information that will help you remember some of the things that that are important for that coming week. So Now, I do want to remind you what our cookie chats are for next week. So let me get over to that particular Girl Scouts West Central Florida. I'm going to go to cookies. And I'm going to go to cookie volunteers and cookie chats. So next week is February 12th. And we're going to cover booths. Not only recording booth sales, but I'm also going to remind people on booth etiquette and some booth rules that we need to make sure our parents remember.
Okay, we have one question.
Okay.
From Diane. She goes, can I ask off-topic question? For
Sure.
the mobile booth, it says in our guide that they cannot be done at grocery stores. I have a parent/leader insisting that she was told paid to do a mobile booth at Walmart. Is that okay?
And she was told incorrect. You cannot do a mobile booth at a Walmart, cannot do a mobile booth at a Publix, cannot do a mobile booth at a Winn-Dixie, cannot do a mobile booth in those council grocery stores. So if that person is telling you that, you can let them know that they need to call us at the council and we'll correct them, that you cannot do a mobile booth at one of those locations. And there can be no booths right now. I'm actually getting ready to reach out to a troop and find out to set up a table in front of a location. You cannot do booths until February 14th. Okay, you can do lemon up stands in your front yard, but not at a business, not even your own family-owned business. Cannot happen before February 14th. The only thing girls should be doing right now is cookies on the spot, which means going door to door, digital cookie, and lemon up stands.
Okay, so we have a question from Samantha. For the delivery orders for the digital cookies, how do we find who we need
to deliver cookies to, right? Okay. So parents can log into Digital Cookie and go to their daughter's reports icon. And let me see, mine's going to look slightly different than yours, but let me see if I can log in real quick to my cookie site and jump to a troop view. So again, mine looks a whole lot different than yours. So when you see it, don't freak out. I'm going to quickly jump to a troop. And I'm going to pick on Stephanie again because Stephanie, her mom works for me. So let's pick on Stephanie again. So I pull up the girls in my troop, right? So I go into Digital Cookie. I click on Manage Troops and Girls. All of my girls show up. The plus sign next to the girl, if I click View Sales Report. Okay, I'm not going to scroll down because I'm not going to show you the person's actual contact information, but when you log in, you can click Online Girl Delivered, and that will show you the customer's name and email address. It does not show you the person's physical mailing address or physical home address. The parent actually has to reach out to that person to find out where they live, especially if they don't know them. The parents, when they log into the girl site, they would click the little icon that looks like a sales report, looks like a chart. Then they'll have the same things, direct ship cookies and online girl delivered cookies. But that's how you would find out who ordered. But I won't scroll down because I can't pass out personal information for a customer.
Okay, looks like we're good with questions.
Okay. If you don't have any other questions, you're free to log off for this evening. Esther and I will stay on for about another 5 minutes to answer any last minute questions you might have. Again, review those cookie chats, those videos we have posted for you, the documents we have in the eBuddy Help Center. We have lots of resources out there for you. Reach out to your service unit cookie managers. They are a great resource for you as well to be able to answer questions for you.
Okay, we got a question.
Okay.
Will Digital Cookie and eBuddy be connected for girls to get rewards on the Digital Cookie website?
So yes, but girls will not choose their own rewards in the Digital Cookie website. You have to do that in eBuddy, and we'll have a cookie chat on how you do that. But everything sold through Digital Cookie shows up in eBuddy for rewards purposes, yes.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right, so we're going to stay on for about another 4 minutes. If you have any last minute questions, type them in for me. You can always reach out to my team. We're in the office most days. It may take us a little longer to get back to you as it's cookie season and we get lots of emails and lots of phone calls and lots of things that we need to do on a daily basis. Reach out to us. We'll help you the best we can. If you don't have any other questions, you guys have a great evening. And you are very much welcome. We're happy to do these cookie chats for y'all to answer your questions. So. All right, so it looks like we're down to just a few people left. So we'll stay on for another, since there's only a few of you left, we'll stay on for about another minute just in case you have a last minute question. If not, you guys have a great evening. Reach out to us if you have any questions.
You got a question?
Okay, will rewards be reversed for eBuddy to Digital Cookie? No. eBuddy does not talk to Digital Cookie. Digital Cookie talks to eBuddy. So they won't actually show up in your Digital Cookie system anywhere. We're working on that too.
You only have 4 people on.
Okay, and I think 2 of them are us. So. All right, so Amanda, hopefully that answered your question, but the 2 systems don't talk like that. One talks to the other, but the other one doesn't talk back. So, all right, y'all have a great evening. Esther, give me a call if you need anything tomorrow. You know, I'll be out and about doing some things. So,
yep, be safe.
Have a great night.
Good night, guys.